The city stood cloaked in silence. Buildings, once reaching for the sky, now scraped the clouds with broken teeth. Weathered concrete and twisted metal painted a grim landscape. Dust, thick as fog, choked the air, blurring the line between the living and the dead. Nature, relentless in its advance, reclaimed its dominion. Vines, like hungry serpents, coiled around crumbling structures. The world as they knew it was gone. Lena, Ezra, and Kai, the last remnants of a forgotten generation, moved like ghosts through the skeletal remains of their city. Their footsteps echoed in the eerie quiet, a constant reminder of the emptiness that surrounded them. Each day was a battle against the crushing weight of survival in this desolate wasteland. Food was scarce, water even more so. Trust was a luxury they couldn't afford, not anymore. Lena, the eldest, bore the weight of responsibility on her young shoulders. Her once bright eyes, now clouded with weariness, constantly scanned their surroundings.
We have to keep moving. There's nothing left here.
Ezra, the quiet one, found solace in scavenging, his nimble fingers adept at unearthing forgotten treasures. He carried the burden of their past, a past he couldn't outrun.
I found something. It's not much, but it'll do for now.
The youngest, Kai, clung to the remnants of childhood innocence, his laughter a rare spark in their bleak existence.
Look, I made a little toy out of scrap. It's silly, but it makes me happy.
They were a mismatched trio, bound together by circumstance and a shared loss. Their days were spent in a relentless cycle of scavenging for food, purifying water, and seeking shelter. The nights were the hardest. Under the cold gaze of a million stars, the silence pressed in, suffocating them with memories of a world that no longer existed. The world they lost, the world they desperately wanted to forget. Sometimes in the dead of night, Lena would hear her mother's voice singing a long-forgotten lullaby.
I can almost hear her, like she's right here with me.
Ezra would wake up from dreams of his father, his laughter still echoing in his ears.
I dreamt of Dad again. His laugh, it felt so real.
Kai, too young to remember his family clearly, clung to the fading images in his dreams, their faces blurred at the edges.
I wish I could remember them better. It's like they're slipping away.
The weight of their solitude was crushing. They spoke little, their words drowned out by the cacophony of their shared grief. The fear of being alone, truly alone, hung over them like a shroud. They were the last embers of humanity, flickering in the face of an endless night. Their laughter, once a familiar melody, now echoed with a haunting hollowness. One day, while scavenging in the ruins of a department store, Ezra stumbled upon something buried under a pile of debris.
It was a camera, a Polaroid, its once bright colors faded with time.
He brushed off the dust, his fingers tracing the worn leather. A flicker of curiosity, a spark of something forgotten, ignited within him.
Look at this, Lena, Kai.
He showed it to Lena and Kai, and for the first time in a long time, a genuine smile spread across their faces. The camera, a relic from a bygone era, held the promise of something new, something different. It was a connection to their past, a tangible reminder of a time when pictures weren't just faded memories in their minds, a time when they were not alone. They figured out how to use it, their fingers clumsily working the unfamiliar buttons.
The first picture they took was of themselves, their faces illuminated by the flash.
The image developed slowly, like a secret being revealed. They huddled together, their eyes glued to the Polaroid, their breath held captive in their chests.
It's us. Look, it's really us.
As the picture came into focus, a wave of emotion washed over them. It was them, their smiles tentative yet genuine, their eyes sparkling with a glimmer of hope. It was more than just a picture. It was proof that they existed, that they were still here, that they were still human.